Welcome back, everyone, to another adventurous day in the life of a DoorDash delivery driver. And this is recapping the events for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. As you see here, very first screenshot, I got off to a great start. I log in, and how's this for, 2 minutes later, I get a $30 order. Yes. And I only got to shop five things for two customers, so absolutely. Uh, now we got some cough syrup here in this order, so that's the only little hitch. But it turned out to be not that big of a deal, but I'll get into that. So here's the items. For one customer, just had a can of formula. And then you see the cough syrup, a thermometer, and a humidifier. So I found everything. Just a 6 minute shop. um, Now, so I deliver the order with the cough syrup first, and I get there, and the customer can't find her ID. So she's sitting there digging through the purse and, asking me if she can't find it, if we can still complete the order. I said, I gotta scan the back of an ID. And so then she goes back into her house for like a couple minutes looking around. She comes back, she doesn't have it. And she's still looking through the purse, and I told her like the other options that they have. I think it's military, passport, and there's another option, maybe I don't know if it's student ID, or I can't remember what the fourth option is offhand. And then a few seconds later, she found her passport. So I was able to scan that and complete the delivery. But that was very fortunate because I didn't want to mess around with taking that order back to the store, and I probably wouldn't have been able to return it. And then would have had to mess with going to some place to donate it, like that order a couple weeks ago. And so glad she found the passport. Delivered the formula at 7. So this took an hour for my $30. 13.50 from DoorDash, $10 tip, and a $7 tip. Outstanding. Um, Next, I get a $7 6 mile McDonald's, 14 minutes, 4 and 3. Okay, pretty routine. It's a rainy day today. Rained, and not a not a downpour, but a steady rain the whole entire dash. So I was taking into the restaurants. I was taking my hot bags in. A couple of the grocery orders, I took my catering bags in. So that, especially on this larger grocery order that's coming up, that way I don't have to stand outside my trunk loading sacks in while I'm getting rained on. Just put them in the catering bags inside the store. 750 4 Mile Kroger, one item. Hot Pockets. Okay, it's kind of strange. It's 7:30 in the morning, but okay. So, and then had this delivered 10 minutes after I got to the store. So 18 minutes total for my 750. So that's all I did at Kroger today. Just the one Kroger shop for Hot Pockets. That's it. Pretty crazy. Uh, this, I went ahead and took this. This was not upside down. I couldn't have been. I don't know what this routing is going around the block here, and that I don't know. I don't know, but I couldn't have been 2 miles from the Smoothie King, and then it was about 4.5 miles to the customer. So it was about $7. It was either like 6.5 miles is what it really was. And my thing, especially early while rush traffic was still going on and all the rain, um, I just wanted to stay close to home. So even if this would have been upside down, I still would have taken it because everything's staying close, and I just want to stay close to home, stay on the city streets, stay off the interstates. Basically stay safe. Um, it was my objective here. 21 minutes for the $7, 5 and 2. And do I have that? Yeah, I got it. I got it right there. There it is. Thank you very much. Minute later, here was my bigger Meyer shop. $18, 7 miles. That's kind of a high number of items for just $18. But again, this is staying in zone, and I'm okay with it. So I kind of like to do, if I could, do something like this in 45 minutes, but let's see how I did. Then before I get there, they try to stack this add on, not doing it. Not that this is what got me yesterday, and today I'm not doing it. And knowing my luck, I'd have on one of these two, I'd have the declined red card again. So, and plus, this is going out of zone. So I'm just sticking with the one order I had. Here's the list. There was one item was refunded. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was carrots. Is that listed on here? Right here. And I never seen these. The Bold House Farms premium carrots. All I see when I've ever gone into Meijer is just Bold House carrots. Now supposedly they got a premium one. I didn't see it. Sent a shelf picture to the customer, and he just wanted a refund. So I guess just regular old Bold House carrots aren't good enough, I guess. And then the other substitution was the Meijer brand strawberry shredded wheats instead of the name brand. Done at 8:44, delivered at 9:04. So this was what is that? 49, 53 minutes. I didn't quite make that 45-minute goal, but that's okay. 1075, 734 tip. What do we got next? $15 only 7 miles. Let's do it. Just 6 things to shop. There you see here. This, you'll be able to see it on this next screenshot. And this is all I got. I just got to shop these 6 things. You see the muffins and Gatorade, and then these 4 things. This is I didn't even know there was such a thing. Nipple cream found in the baby department. So this customer A is just a business just right across the street. And I don't know. I mean, hey, let them keep ordering because that's an easy order for me. Just shop at Meijer and just run it across the street. I mean, that's easy for me. But I always kind of wonder why you would do that. Meijer opens at 6. I'm sure that customer probably it's like some kind of I don't know what kind of business it is, but I'm sure she probably gets there after 6 o'clock in the morning and works like some kind of regular business hours. Why wouldn't you just stop at Meijer on your way to work and then get these things and then just run across the street? I don't know, but hey, I'll take it, And another thing that's interesting, and they try to add on this $2 Starbucks to me, decline. Okay, so another thing that's interesting is on the picture that it always shows from a previous dasher. The other dashers always set it outside the. It's a leave at the door order, and they always like leave it outside. I just me personally, folks, I don't do that. If it's a business, I always try to take it inside the business. This customer, I always take it inside and they tell me which desk to set it on. That's just me at places of business. Um, but some of these dashers, I mean, they take it literally. If it says leave it at the door, they're gonna leave it at the front door. So, but like I said, I don't do that. Now, unless it's if the door's locked, then I do that. Or sometimes I have some places where it's a double set of doors and only the first door is unlocked, and then I just leave it in the breezeway between the doors, take my picture. So but and you see here I took it inside and I set it on the desk, took my picture, delivered the other one 11 minutes later. So all total, this is about a half hour for the $15. That works. And each customer tipped $3.50. 2 minutes later, again, staying in zone, $9, 7.5 miles, absolutely. Delivered the first one at 9:54 and then 10:01, 22 minutes for my $9. That works. Again, two customers tipping $3.50. Well, what do you guys? Okay, these last two offers. This is so four straight customers all tipping $3.50. I know DoorDash conspiracy theorists would have a field day with this group of orders right here. But moving on. Okay, that delivered, the second one delivered close to home, so I came back here, had enough time to use the bathroom, walk the dog. This was a decline, not messing with Giant Eagle and delivering to West Side for just $13. And then a few minutes later, something didn't seem right with this order. There's a couple things here. First of all, $16.75 for a KFC order. And the other thing that was kind of odd about this is picking up from Stringtown Road, where I can't remember the last time, if ever. I'm sure I've had to have picked up from there before, that location, but I can't remember. So this kind of, I don't know, but I went ahead and took it. I mean, it's $16.75. Okay. So I get there like at 10:20, and I walk into the front doors, and there's one guy worker, and he's all sprawled out at one of the tables. He's laying back in the booth. It's one of the booths, and he's got his feet kicked up on the other side, and he tells me they're closed. And I said, well, I got a DoorDash pickup here. And he's like, well, we don't open until 10:30, and I'm not even firing up the machines until 10:30. And I look at him and I'm like, well, another dasher will be in for this order. I'm not bothering with it. Now, if he wouldn't, and the guy was just, like I said, he was sprawled out in that booth, just looking absolutely lazy and just on his phone. And if he would have said something like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go, I tell you what I'll do, I'll go ahead and start working on that, but I won't be able to give it to you until 10:30, then I might have waited on this. But he said that he's not even going to so much as turn the machines on until 10:30. So who knows how long this would have took. Okay, so I chose store is not accepting orders for the reason on my drop, and then in the description, store doesn't open until 10:30, and then I was able to unassign it, penalty free. Okay. Um, Now it around this, I think I might have taken like, let's see, what are the next couple offers here? Okay, okay. Hold that thought. 1543, Five Below, and Crumble Cookie. I don't want to mess with Five Below. Decline. $9 Panda Express. Don't like that where it looks like that's dropping off. Decline. I went ahead and took this. $12, only 4 miles. I only got to get three things at Aldi's. And even though I was parked behind the IHOP, I decided to go in this order because probably more than half the time I have to wait for orders at IHOP. So, and Aldi's is just down the street. So let's go ahead and do it in this order. I'll drive down the street, I'll do the Aldi's, I'll come back, and hopefully the order's ready. So here's the list. Um, 3 items, 3 minute shop. So, okay. And then I come back to the IHOP. It was ready. Pick it up. Deliver those two orders by 10:51. So that's 26 minutes for the 12:15. So that works. 450. And look at this. Both tips are not 350. 325 and 440. Okay, now what I was going to start to say, okay, so 1051, this is, starting at 1045 is about when you can kind of like watch out for a catering order on the weekdays. Because of the rain, because I wanted to kind of stop early today, to come home, eat lunch. I have this to put on my car. When my brother was here, day before yesterday, and he fixed my car for me, and we got on the subject of pressure in tires, and he showed me this tire pressure monitoring system that he has on his car. And it's funny, I was like, dude, as soon as you pull out of my driveway here, I'm going back inside the apartment, I'm getting on Amazon and ordering one of those right after you leave. And I did. It arrived yesterday, so there it is. There's my new tire pressure monitoring system. It's got like four little uh, things that screw onto each tire. The stems, and then you got a receiver that goes inside your car, and you always know the pressure in all four tires. So sweet. Because I had what was it, a couple weeks ago, I was in the middle of that Dash Link run, and had the tire pressure light come on, but my car doesn't tell me what tire, and I just kind of continued on the deliveries. And so now with this, I'll know. Anyway, getting off track here. So at this particular time, I don't normally ever do this type of thing, but I made the decision, okay, at this particular point, I don't care how many orders I'm going to decline, but I have to get something that's paying over $20 right now, and I'll decline as many offers as I have to, and and we'll see. So, and folks, I was sitting in a parking lot right in the middle of bad lunchtime offer declines heaven. Right there at Stringtown and Gans is where I was parked, right in the center of it. You want to talk about setting yourself up? I talk about the assaults, the bombardments. I was set up for it. Right, let's go. Let's get right into it. 13.25 pet supplies plus, not doing it. And I was just curious what the three items were, and you got like a couple dog toys, and that can be tricky. $4 Piata going 10 miles, decline. 6.75 Smoothie King, decline. They're coming in, guys. $10 not shopping Five Below and going to downtown. That's insane, decline. $6 CVS, decline. I'll go down to 1%. If let's do it. 1% AR. Let's go. 5.50 McDonald's, 2 orders, decline. And even this order I wouldn't take under normal circumstances either because of this rallies. That has to be out of all the any business that you could go to in my zone. That I don't know how anybody exits out of that place. You like almost have to turn right out of there. That would be unless you're talking about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or something. But any other time during the daytime, making a left-hand turn out of that right, it's not going to happen. So I never go there as a customer either because of the location. Decline. The upside down $4 pulp, decline. Let's 1%. Let's go. 5.50 Papa John's, decline. They're probably not even open until 11. Decline. Here another rallies, not doing it. Not going to downtown, decline. Acceptance rate check 38%. So we got at least about probably 40 more declines. We'll get down to 1%. Let's go. Let's do it. Upside down Jersey Mike's, decline. 11.70. Get pulp out of here, decline. Decline. $5 Raising Cane's, decline. 1%. 10.75 Panda Express and Panera. The Battle of the Peas, decline. $4 double Chipotle, decline. Upside down Piana, decline. Let's go, 1%. 8.75 8.9 mile Chipotle, decline. What is this? What happened, folks? What happened? The strategy worked. Okay, 11.01, $41 order. Okay, except I thought I was going to go down to 1%, but hey, catering order. I had something like this a week ago or whenever that was where, I'm assuming, again, this is one catering order and a regular order. Okay, so I get to the Buffalo Wild Wings and just a cheeseburger is all that was at Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's not where most of my $40 is coming from, I can assure you there. Had to wait over 4 minutes for the cheeseburger. Okay, so I got it. Now off to City Barbecue. So there's your catering order. Feeds 20 to 24, and then the baked beans and the corn pudding. City Barbecue was a mob scene. So I walk in there, and I had to kind of walk through about 6 or 8 customers to get towards the front, and they had several sacks of food sitting on the counter. And before this one lady worker could walk away, I said, hey, is there any way you could tell me if the order for so and so is already ready? And then one of those customers that I just passed, standing behind me, this lady, she was like, and I didn't turn around and look at her, but she was like, they're an hour behind right now. And folks, Yeah, I don't know why this like irritates me as much as it does, but it's just like that guy with the donuts at Kroger a week or two ago, whenever that was. Hey, if you're looking for the mini muffins or whatever the item was, if you're looking for the mini muffins, they're around the other side. Okay, I'm not asking. I'm gonna deal with the city barbecue staff. Okay, I'm not in there. I don't need any advice, help, anything from any customers in these locations. I don't know why that bothers me so much, guys. I don't know. I don't do that. If I'm like at a McDonald's or wherever there's some kind of problem going on or whatever, I don't interject myself into the business of like other dashers. Hey, yeah, don't go up to that counter. Yeah, they're having all kinds of problems or yeah, don't go up there, dude. I just, me personally, I just don't do that. I went up there and found out the information. Well, let them go up there and find out that from the store staff as well. It's not my place to, to interject myself in other people's business. I don't know. I'll stop with the rant, guys. I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay. Next screenshot, my wait time. Okay, you guys ready? I was willing to wait about 20 minutes on this, and they were even though they were slammed and kicking out other catering orders. I seen at one point I see them with this huge strand of tickets that they haven't even started on yet. Lot of online orders. But they were kicking these orders out, and as each one got done, is anybody here for this person? Is anybody here for that person? And orders were going out. Next screenshot, my wait time. Oh, they're an hour behind. Oh, yeah, an hour behind, and I waited 7 minutes to get an order for a place that's an hour behind on every order. You're an hour behind. Okay, folks, I'll settle down. I'll settle down here. Okay. Okay, I deliver to the cheeseburger. Okay. To I'm supposed to go to a guard shack at like a warehouse. Okay, I pull in, I see the guard shack, and I pull in, I start to make that turn, and the customer's like standing outside, and he yells at me and waves, and so he decided to come, all the way up to the front and just meet me right when I pull in. And so I quickly turned around and I thanked him for stopping me and coming out and everything. And he gives me the pin. I enter the pin, and you come to this screen. And again, all I'm supposed to do, it's pretty simple, is hit that complete delivery. Whoa! I almost spilled this drink. Nothing happens. I hit that complete delivery, and it just like kind of like flickers a little bit or flashes real quickly for a second, showing that I did touch it, and it registered that I touched it, but it's not proceeding to another screen. It's like here we go. Here we go again. I wrote down the PIN number. Because my memory's horrible, and then I go through the process of shutting down the app, bringing it back up. I can't mark this as delivered. I even tried a couple different like menu options. Like I tried to close it out by saying that the customer can't provide the PIN code. I thought if I go through a different menu option, somehow, I could closed it out that way. And in my description, I said I entered the PIN already, and I put the PIN number in that box. Again, can't submit. Okay. And so basically, I had to call DoorDash support. This was something that the AI agent was able to fix. So I just spoke to AI, and I was put on hold while the AI agent called the customer, verify it was delivered, and then she marked it as delivered, and boom, done. Okay. And then it only took me 12 minutes to get to the catering customer. I felt kind of bad about that. They City Barbecue put almost all of the order in one sack and only like one tray in the other sack. I guess since they were so busy. And the one really heavy tray, something must have leaked on my drive there, and the bottom of the sack was all wet. And, so I kind of apologized to the customer, but it is what it is. And so there was a hidden tip on this. Again, when they stack a catering with another order, they, for whatever reason, they don't show the plus sign. But so there you go. Instead of it's about $10 more, so $5, $40 tip, and actually a $4.65 tip on that cheeseburger. So yeah, appreciate it. It's pretty cool. That was nice of that guy. Did a good tip, and he met me at the entrance. That guy was cool. Appreciate that. And that's it for today, folks. Okay, so final numbers: 14 deliveries, $156.39. Only drove 95 miles. The dash was 5 hours, 59 minutes, and active 5 hours of that. So just an hour downtime. Now at 5,818 deliveries and AR 36%. So I didn't run it all the way down to 1. And that's it for today, guys. We'll do this all again tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a short dash. I'll schedule it'll either be 10:30 or 11. And then I gotta, come home and make tomorrow's video quick. And then we're heading out of town for Thanksgiving. And then Thursday's video, like I said, is already uploaded and scheduled. We're good to go for Thursday. That's a topic video for you guys to check out on Thanksgiving. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll see you at the next video. Thanks again, guys.